Hello everyone. So today we'll be talking about CSS. We've been waiting to jump into CSS for a long time now. So after HTML, we need to learn CSS to style our web page. Otherwise, it looks very basic and no styling means not cool. So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is used to style your web pages, and here they have trolled a little bit, like using color here and there everywhere. Great. Uh, so what is CSS? Cascading Style Sheets or CSS is used to format the layout of a web page. We can use design and we can use it for styling and stuff. Using CSS, CSS can be added to HTML documents in three ways. Yes. So inline, internal, and external. By three with these three ways we can add CSS to HTML. Okay, let's see how do we do all three of these. Open with code. I'll open my VS Code. All right, now let's create a new file, index.html. all right, so it's taking a bit time. Yep. So after we'll click the HTML5, so it generates the boilerplate code for us. Yes, great. Let's go ahead and create a paragraph tag, which we've learned in our HTML series. Let's say first CSS website. All right, so we need to start our server. My bad. Open with live server. Now it will open a server and we can see, yeah, first CSS website. Great. Okay, so we need to style this. How do we style it? We can use CSS in three ways as stated by W3 Schools. W3 Schools as a resource is also pretty good, I think, but I prefer MDN, to be honest. Anyway, in line with style attributes inside HTML element. Okay, so let's go with style and let's say font size 30 pixel. Let's make the text a bit bigger. All right, 30%, 30 pixel. All right. Oh, I had my zoom on. No mind. I zoomed in this so you can see the text better. So yeah, this is 30 pixel. Let's make it a bit bigger. Let's go for 60 pixel. Yeah, you can see it's still 100%, but the text got bigger. Let's go for 100 pixel. Oh wow, it's really big now. Okay, so we have a property. These are CSS properties. We can use these to style our HTML elements. Let's go for color, text color for blue. Let's go. All right, yeah, the text has become blue, but the font is looking way too big for me. My eyes are hurting at this point. So let's go back to 50 pixels. Yeah, so this is one way of writing CSS. This is inline CSS, which is I'm putting it in line. So if there were another p tag which says my second CSS line and I were to style this, I would have to say style equal to font size, let's say 10 pixel, this one, and color will be yellow. Color yellow. Okay, so here it is. Okay, it's too small. Now we can't even see it. Oh my god, it's not visible. It's very hard to read. Let's go for something else like bisque. Okay, a bit better, but let's go for green. Yes, so now we can see it, but the text size is still pretty small. Okay, so we can do font size, we can go for color. We have many more attributes and CSS properties, not attributes, CSS properties, and we'll be learning these soon. But let's go ahead and see what other ways we can use CSS. So there's inline, this is inline. We have two more ways, internal and external. So let's say I delete all these. Okay, so there should not be any style, right? Yeah, there are no styles. This is default. So we can go ahead and create a style tag here, style, and then we can target P and then say font size 50 pixel. Yeah, and then also say color blue. Okay, so this worked as well. This is internal CSS. This is not inline CSS because it's not in every line. It is not in every line. It's internal CSS because we have specified the style sheet internally in the HTML file. We can add it in another way, which is called external uh, external way. So we if we were to add CSS externally, so we've done this previously. If you followed my previous videos, you did see that I created this way, style.css, and then link the file right here. Not a line, my bad. Link, and then we need to specify where the file is, styles.css. Yes, so let's delete, okay, maybe comment it out. So as you can see, there are no styles here, but if I go ahead and target the paragraph, we can go for color blue and font size 100 pixel. Great, this one works as well. So we've learned how CSS, we can implement CSS in our HTML file. We can do it by inline CSS, in which case we'll do style and then go for our style, like font size 200 pixel, let's say. Oh my god. Okay, let's go for the external CSS for now. So most of the time we'll be writing, not most of the time, in maximum all of the cases, we'll do external CSS because this is what the convention is. Inline CSS is a bit, it gets a bit cluttered. As you can see, CSS everywhere, it doesn't look very good. And also this style is also avoided because we need to then, if we were to have 100 HTML pages, we'd have to define style in 100 different pages. But if we were to have one more HTML file, let's go for about.html and let's go and create the boilerplate code here as well. Let's create a paragraph about us, and then we need to link the CSS here as well. So we can put the styles.css in the href, which is the link. And now if we go for about.html, we can see the text about us. I did not use any inline CSS or any internal CSS, but it is defined here and it gets applied here as well because I have linked the CSS right here. By this way we can just link the CSS file we want and then use it in 100 pages, even if we had 100 HTML pages. So this is the best way to maintain a big or medium project, but inline and internal CSS is good for small, really small projects, or just to know that you can use it like this as well. All right, so we've already learned some properties like font size. Let's zoom in a bit. Font size, color. So let's learn some more like font weight. Font weight bold. So this time the text is now bolded. Great. We can define font weight like this, 200. Is it the right way? I forgot. Let's Google it. Font weight CSS. Oh, 400. It starts from 400. My bad. We can go for 400, which is default. Then we can go for 500. It became a bit bolder. Let's go for 600. 700 is bold, I think. Yeah, as they mentioned in MDN. Normal, bold, lighter, bold. Okay, there are 900 as well. Let's go for 900 and see for ourselves. Oh wow, it looks really bold now. Okay, so there are more CSS properties to be learned. Let's see, what did they use here? Color, I've already used color. Width and border. Okay, border seems good. And width. All right, let's use them. Border 1 pixel, solid blue. You see this border around the about us div. Not div, actually, it's a box. So CSS, in CSS everything is a box. We have applied the border on the box, 1 pixel solid. So the border can be many more type, and I've defined the color here. Let's see what kind of border we have. Border CSS property, I remember one, dashed, right? Let's use dashed and see what do we get. Dot 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 dash. Nice. Take double reach. There are many more properties you can learn from MDN. I will not go deep inside it. As I've mentioned, the box model, everything in CSS is a box. So if we were to create another paragraph here, border, this one also has a border. So everything in CSS is a box, as I've mentioned previously in our HTML video as well. So let's learn the box model, which is one of the main concept of CSS. Let's go ahead. All right, so where is it? CSS box model. Yeah, here we go. Content box, padding, border box, margin. Okay, so this is the diagram which shows that in the outside of the box we have margin, and then we have border, then we have padding, then we have main content. So let's see it here. So about us, this about us text is our main content, which is right here, and then we can add padding. Let's add some padding. Padding is also a CSS property. Let's go ahead and add padding 5 pixel, let's say. Did it apply? I'm not sure. Let's see. You can use the developer tool by using Control Shift C. Control Shift C, and you can see the, yes, the padding did apply to both of them. That's why I couldn't notice. Okay, so the padding did apply here. Here's the box model as well. This is the main content, this is padding, then border, then margin. Okay, so this is the box model we need to keep in mind. So we have added some padding, we have added some border. Let's add some margin. Margin 20 pixel. All right, so we have added margin 20 pixel, which will be applied to both left, right, top and bottom. Let's go ahead and inspect it. We can use Control Shift C or this one, and we can see that yes, the margin did apply. We can remove the margin here. If we untick this, the margin will be removed, and if we untick the padding will be removed, the border will be removed as well, the font weight will be removed as well, font size, color, everything can be removed here. You can experiment with your code here, but as soon as I reload, everything will be back like this. This is the main code we have, and this is for experimenting. So let's say I want my color to be red, just to experiment. I can experiment it here, and then if I like it, I can change it right here. And then even if I reload, this will be red. And let's say red is not good, let's go for black. Yes, I like the black one, so let's go for black here. Great. So this is the CSS box model. I hope you did understand. If you didn't understand, let me know in the comments. So this is the main content here, border, the text, this is the main content. Then we add padding, as I have added right here 5 pixel. Maybe it's not understandable. Let's add 50 pixel. All right, so then we have padding, then we have border. I have defined border to be 1 pixel. I can even make it 10 pixel. It's 10 pixel now. It's much wider. Then in the box border, box model, we have margin. Margin is the most outside property. So margin and padding both are white spaces we use to separate text and content and other boxes. Like this is a box, this is a box. If we were to create a margin between them, we'd use margin right here. Let's just delete the margin from here and understand margin properly. So let's say I want my margin to be added here. Margin top, I can use margin top, I can use margin bottom, margin left, margin right, or if I use just margin, it will be applied to all 4 sides. Yes, so as I've just selected this one, it's an inline CSS, so margin is added to the second one only, and this is the gap. We can widen it as well to 100 pixel. The margin got bigger, and the margin is coming from all the sides, left, right, top, bottom. We can say margin top only, as we need margin top only. So you see the margin on the left, right, and bottom is now gone. We can inspect it by using Ctrl+Shift+C as well. Let's inspect this one. We only have margin top, we don't have a margin bottom, as we can see right here. Margin top 200 here, element style. It is the if we use inline CSS, we use it right here, element style. We can remove it. This is now commented out, as you can see. As soon as we apply that, the comment is gone. All right, that's it for today. The video is getting a bit long. Let's not make it long, let's make it short and precise to the point. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be with you guys with more CSS tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.